love, family? It's your girl Jasmine the Wizard, and we are back with another episode of Wizard of Vibes podcast, where we talk all things energy, alignment, and evolution. Today is episode number 8, and I have one of my very special friends to join me, and we are going to talk about the topic of the mind of an alchemist. So I would love y'all to welcome in my very good friend Lucid.
Peace, and power.
Peace, Lucid.
Peace. Thank you for having me, Jazz. It's
Of
very
course.
exciting.
We talked about it for a while, but to see, it lined up. It lined up really quick when we actually put it in motion. So I'm very thankful.
Facts.
Um, and thank you for coming to bless us, because every time we talk, it's definitely medicinal for the mind and soul.
Yeah, facts. I feel like you literally put your mind into alchemy to make this happen because you was
Ashe.
like, we're gonna make it happen. It didn't take but like what, a couple weeks, maybe a
Mhm.
week or so.
Mhm.
But yeah, we got a lot of emotions, so I'm excited to get into it.
Same.
Yeah.
So with the whole idea of an alchemist, I did want to go ahead and right into it. But before we go right into the topic, because it would be an open discussion and we both give our insight on it,
Mm-hmm.
you mind giving the collective just a little brief intro of who you are, where you from, and where you grew up, and what you provide to the collective now?
Right. Okay. So I'm Lucid. Born and raised in Dallas. Part of my life, I would say the majority of the beginning of my life, I was raised in Dallas. Half of my life I was sent out to the country and I experienced a lot of things differently from there. You know what I'm
Out the
saying?
country?
Out in the country. Like,
In the
Dallas is in the city.
Got you. Okay,
And
got you.
there's a point in my life where I was sent out into the country and I was experiencing a lot differently. So there's a little bit of city in me, there's a little bit of country in me, but
Yeah.
all that comes together to make who I am presently now. Right now, I am a metaphysical practitioner. I can receive myself as a metaphysical professional,
I like
as you
that.
said and reminded me, and as Empress has reminded me. I've been doing this for many years, as far as working with the collective with energy, or just in the physical in general. So most people see me making crystal copper jewelry. I teach workshops doing that as well too. I'm also a plant-based enthusiast, so you might catch me at your favorite vegan restaurant. You might catch me serving food somewhere out here in Dallas. We also make handmade body butters. We do workshops, do a lot of things, just helping our people elevate in whatever way we can, whether it's physical or mental. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think the briefing of that is just a metaphysical practitioner.
I've
Yeah,
never heard of that, and I love that.
gratitude.
One of the things I like to call myself is multi-dimensional being,
Mm.
and a cosmic crown slayer, but a
Hmm.
metaphysical practitioner.
Now that's
That's
hard
one
right
for the
there.
books.
Cosmic Crown Slayer. Come on
Thank you.
now.
Thank you.
I
I use
realize.
that with alchemy. I was like, how can I, transform my title into something that fits more for who I
Right. I realize in this world now, like you can, like you said, alchemy, you can create whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Just make it exist.
Mm-hmm.
And so even with the name, you know what I'm saying? You just create the name and you make it exist and you move in that motion. So you can create whatever
Exactly.
you want.
And y'all, he said that they be making burgers or
Mhm.
food. My bad. They be making food, plant based food. I just had a plant based burger.
Yes.
Within like 2 minutes, it was gone. Yes, he was asking me
Literally.
how did I like it. By the time she's asking me, I'm literally throwing the foil away. Like, girl, it was great. So yeah, whenever y'all do tap in with Lucy and
Hmm.
Yezi, y'all make sure that y'all do tap into pretty much everything that they have. But I
Yes.
literally just finished the burger, so I'm here to like vouch like it was fire. Thank you
Gratitude,
so much for
yes.
that.
And we don't use no beyond, no impossible. It's straight all organic ingredients. I'm gonna let you know, look for the nines. Every time you look for your fruits and vegetables, if you don't know, just tap on me on Instagram. Like, look for the nines. It's the
The
first
sticker
number.
on the food.
Yeah,
That's the number.
yes. The
Bad.
first number 9 means that it's organic, hasn't been sprayed, and it's an organic fruit or vegetable. Even though not all of it is reliable, I would do my best to look for nines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Pay
everything now
attention.
has been altered from its original source.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like a place I like to go is Natural Grocers. You know what I'm saying? Or Sprouts. Natural Grocers really be hitting with it. I'm not gonna get too
Where
deep
is
into it.
it?
Man, there's the Natural Grocers in like Richardson. They probably got like 2 or 3 of them.
Got you.
So they're kind of hard to find, but when you do find them, you can find the organic fruits that you need. You know what I'm saying?
And
Um,
farmers markets, right? You like farmers
I do
markets?
like farmers markets. A lot of the times the things won't be 9. You'll see that they have the stickers on them, have the 4 on them. You know what I'm saying? So, but I look for the ones that are going to be organic. Farmers
Literally got the
markets are
9.
good because they're local. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's really good if you can find like a local farmer, but you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I was
That's
about to ask
rare.
that next.
Local organic farmer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm tapped in. Like at Pan African, they got Ubuntu Farms. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Pan African.
big facts, and I really want to tap in with there, and I know they grow naturally as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best way is going back to people actually growing, connected to the land naturally. You want to see who's putting their hands in the fruits and vegetables that you're eating. That's the best way to get it. Of course, we
Right.
can't all get it like that right now because, we're in a society that it's like
Yeah.
you got to drive to the store to get your food. But if you can get it from a farm or vegetable, like that's the best way to get it because the sun's giving information to that food.
I
You know what I'm
say
saying? So
it is.
yeah,
And thank you for that.
for
I wanted
sure.
to give y'all a quick little background of how I met Lucy. I'm not
Hmm.
sure exactly what event, but if y'all heard him say he made copyright crystal jewelry, when I first started off as an entrepreneur, I was really, really heavy into that. And that's really what got my name and brand out there was my jewelry. So
Hmm.
it had been times where we were both vending at the same event and like
Hmm.
just since day one, it was
Yeah,
just straight vibes. When
facts.
I would talk to him and his goddess Yezi, who's also in the building today with
Mhm.
us, it just always felt like familiar kindred spirits, and
Mhm.
we always just had great energy. And I've always felt welcomed. And he was one of the crystal rappers I can say, and I don't think I've ever told you,
Hmm.
he's one of the crystal rappers that came up in the game when I did, and I've never felt like you felt threatened by
Mhm.
me, and I never
Mhm.
felt threatened by you. It's
Mhm.
never been competition, all
Right.
collaboration, all it inclusion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mhm.
been times where he even shopping at my table and vice versa. And we at the
Facts.
same event both trying to make sales.
Big
So
facts.
that was very inspiring and just rewarding to see that same energy exist
Mhm.
in somebody else, because I too believe that like you can eat together,
Right.
even if it's something similar,
Mhm.
because what you put into your crystals and your energy
Mhm.
is your story, is
Right.
your information, is your ashe. And your ashe could serve somebody in a completely different way than mine, but it both be beautiful.
Right.
So I'm so thankful that you reflect that energy back to me. So
Mhm.
shout out to Wizways and Lucy Jeans. That's
Big
the name of my
facts.
brand and his brand. We've
Big
been doing that
facts.
thing. So
Gonna be Wizard Jeans or something.
Wizard Jeans. I like that. I like that. So with the topic of alchemy, the reason that I chose you is just because I've seen you stay really consistent
Mhm.
and pure
Mhm.
and lighthearted. You
Mhm.
don't give me hustle vibes.
Mhm.
You don't give me hard worker. You give me I love what I'm doing.
Thank you for
And
that.
of course, and the people love what I do. They feel
Mhm.
the love.
Mhm.
I remember we were just in a break room or the office room talking, and y'all were saying how I think it was Yezi or you saying something along the lines of a lot of stuff gets sold out so quick.
Mhm.
That's what she was saying. She don't make jewelry like that, but when she do, you were saying it leaves quick. And I'm
Mhm.
like, it's because of the love.
Right.
They can feel that regardless of what it look like. It can look
Mhm.
extremely detailed or it can look basic, but people not buying y'all products just for the aesthetics of it.
Right.
And it shows with simple examples like that.
Right.
So that's
Oh.
very inspiring. But I did want to open up and ask you,
Mhm.
like, what does alchemy mean to you? If you
Mhm.
could give our audience like your insight of alchemy and what it means to you.
Definitely. I feel like alchemy is taking something from one form and transforming it into another. You always hear, I guess the biggest one would be turning something into gold, or
Mm-hmm.
really you can think about a Bible reference turning water
Water
into
into wine.
wine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's taking it from one form to another. How do you go from just, H2O into something that has different carbon atoms inside of it? You change the anatomy of what's inside of it. So
Mm-hmm.
alchemy can range from something as far as an element like that, or even to something that's happening inside your mind or your body, changing your thought, changing your emotion, changing your patterns, and how you be able to, recreate what you want to bring out. So, melting one metal down, like the most basic form people would think in alchemy is metals and mineral form. So
Mm-hmm.
melting one form into another and making it into something, copper and tin together can make brass. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You're alchemizing the energy. It's not just flowing like copper anymore, where it's just like water. It's like now it's electric. It's more
Mm-hmm.
expansive because you've combined it with another element. And so alchemy is taking something from one form and transforming it to the next, in my opinion.
And we do that with our lives on a day-to-day basis, whether we realize it or not.
Hmm.
Some people wake up and say, I'm going to have an amazing day with very limited circumstances or
Hmm.
resources and still have an amazing day.
Hmm.
And it may be somebody who wakes up with everything and abundant of everything and still sees the lack in every day. And that's the day that they get to alchemize for themselves
Hmm.
because they took one thing and turned it into something else.
Right. And I do want to hit on something where you said that you see that I'm not like hustling.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a part of like my passion of what I do. Like I like that because a lot of people see what they're doing, they see it, they're like, dang, you hustling. You know what I'm saying? You hustling, you really doing it like that. But it's like, no, it's not a hustle. Like I'm alchemizing that thought. It's like I know that I have to receive in exchange for it, but if I continue to push out what I like love to do, it changes
Mhm.
it from hustle into my passion. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
So
never seen y'all look overwhelmed.
yes, and so
Ever, I ain't never seen y'all look overwhelmed. So even
I'm
if
grateful.
y'all were, it
Mhm,
still shows a form of alchemy because how
mhm,
you represent and how you show up for your brand is with love.
mm,
So they may not understand
mhm,
the way that you do because I see it and I feel and I've definitely have had to escape
mm,
hustling.
mhm,
So for me to be a retired hustler, I can literally say like, nah, you don't be out here hustling. You don't
mhm,
even give me a over exhaustion energy when I do see you after an event, before one, or during one.
mhm.
In between events, it's
Respect.
always been a refreshing energy because of the alchemy you put into, your day to day life and then
Mhm,
your day to day products,
mhm.
which is the day to day medicine that the people getting.
I'm grateful.
So
Yeah.
I definitely resonate. And I was gonna piggyback and say that is pretty much what I would say alchemy is too.
Mhm,
Taking one thing and transforming it into something else, whether it is like a literal mineral or product or
mhm.
like a state of mind, a
Right.
phase in your life, a situation. So I've had to learn that I'm my own alchemist
Mhm.
by just practicing alchemy before I even knew what I was doing.
Right.
Getting handed certain cards being dealt in your life and you might not know where to go, what to do. But even with that, it's been times where I would just still ask or pray or seek for guidance.
Mhm,
And the guidance would still continue to help me alchemize my reality.
mhm,
So I like to embody that and I like to be an example of that. And I like to remind our people,
mhm,
that we can alchemize anything.
mhm.
So with that being said, is
Yeah.
there any journey pertaining to your entrepreneurship where you've had to the time where you could think of where you've had to alchemize a situation
Yes. Like,
that you would like to share?
yeah, man, saying that, it's like there's so many. You say that, and I'm like thinking about shoot, just being like, I guess, quote unquote, in a pop-up experience. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like the way people's energy is sometimes completely different, right?
Mhm.
Because when we're there, we're forefront. We're there. Like when I see what we're doing, I realize that we're gritting the earth. You know what I'm saying? We're putting these crystals out there and we're putting intention into them, and people are taking them and receiving them and protecting themselves and healing themselves or expanding, doing whatever they do with them. We're gritting the earth. You know what I'm saying? And so some people don't like understand that grit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And so whenever they walk by and they say some things or they don't say some things, I just kind of got to alchemize the energy. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
might get some type of negativity or backlash. But for me, it doesn't affect me because I understand what truth is. You know what I'm saying? What my truth
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
Or even one of the biggest things where people will say, like, I'm Christian. Like I'll have a crystal out or something. I'll give them this. Like, oh no, I'm Christian. Like I believe in the Bible.
And those are in the Bible.
And in that sense, I'm like, okay, well, how
Yeah.
can I alchemize the situation without being like, oh, like what? You don't read the Bible at all? Like it says it in there. Instead of that, I'm like, oh, like well, if you understand that King Aaron had, crystals on his chest plate, that would represent each 12 tribes of Israel, you understand that crystals are incorporated in the Bible, but it's not something for you to be founded upon. You know what I'm saying? It's something
Right.
for you to use your energy with. It's just an assistance in your journey. It's not something
Mhm.
for you to be like, oh, this is my God to grasp onto.
Yeah,
And
let's
so,
highlight on that real quick. We
yeah,
don't be worshiping crystals, bro.
yeah,
They're
that's
just
it.
tools to help you expand your
hmm
your experience on however you may need that to be.
hmm
Wouldn't you agree?
Agreed.
And I found it very humorous that at times I've ran into situations like that where
hmm
people have thought like it's literally a worship. I'm worshiping a rock. I've had my
hmm
friend tell me like, "Don't worship a rock."
hmm
Like, dang, bro, it's crazy. I worship the God inside of me that literally created the land to have these rocks to help me
hmm
in this physical reality.
Right.
So, I always definitely like to remind people like we definitely believe in God. It's not like the crystal became the God. We just have a different inner standing of what that is. But just because it may look different for you doesn't mean that it's wrong. And I like to always tell people, or something I like to get people to think about. If there was only one way to connect to God's source,
Mhm.
however you call the most high, it would be one language, it would be
Mm,
one piece of land, it would
mhm,
be one everything, one race, one everything if there was one way.
mhm,
Saying that there's one way to connect to the higher self or most high is like saying there's only one way to communicate when it's
mhm.
not. It's different ways. And we can say hey and that shit sound different. And how many different I don't even know how many languages exist.
Right.
But that just goes to show like it's not just what you know. You gotta think with the Christian thing, like some people have never heard of Christianity in different parts of the world.
Mm,
It don't exist.
mhm,
So are they wrong?
hmm. Exactly.
You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
right.
So dang, I didn't know that y'all don't have to deal with that.
Well,
At
shoot.
events? That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, man. We've spoken with thousands of people, right?
Mhm.
And I just want to get back on the topic of what you're saying about the minerals, the crystals, right?
Mhm.
if if that's something that we don't believe in, like people are like, that's evil, then that means that we shouldn't be using cars, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be using
Talk about
phones.
it.
We shouldn't be using watches that have quartz in them, you know what I'm saying? These minerals are
We shouldn't have no windows either.
we shouldn't have minerals. We shouldn't
No glasses.
and then if it's coming to the copper, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have
Oh
anything
god.
here. Like any of
No
this
pennies.
existing shouldn't be here without the crystals and the minerals that we're talking about that are quote unquote evil, you
Literally.
know? And so energy,
Pearls,
yeah,
they source the same way. Pearls come from the sea, and some crystals are mineralized or created in the sea.
right,
All the selenites and everything that end in ITE come from like lots of them come from salt caves.
right.
That's why they can disintegrate. But
Shoot.
people don't know that.
A Tesla's powered off of a lithium battery. You
They
know what I'm
be
saying?
in the ocean soaking their feet and selenite, don't even know it. Taking pictures, talking about on vacation. Look at y'all just soaking in the crystals. So ignorance is not bliss. Go
It's
educate yourself.
I say there's a lot of
You
information
know,
out there, you know what I'm
so
saying?
much.
And we can receive it, you know. You just gotta be open to receive it. And then like my drum teacher says, Baba Leo, he says, Jah who feels it knows it. Like when you know the truth,
I say.
you'll feel it, you know, and it's not gonna deny it. Like it's not no denying it. You'll feel it.
And it's an embodiment. I heard a quote that said the truth really isn't told, it's experienced.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
even the way that you were able to alchemize that, the reason they listen, because you gave them an experience and not just a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time when that happened, like what they be saying, they be like,
Mm.
has there been a time where you've opened minds,
Yes.
calmed people's down,
Yeah.
soothed some egos, not soothe egos, calm down the ego. You know, when they were just speaking from what they thought they knew, and they
Exactly.
change it for a
Because
positive
yeah,
outcome.
because you know, people don't speak out of like animosity. It's more of a defensive in a place of unawareness.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Not knowing kind of what's going on, which is why it's good to be able to explain to somebody like, you know, like, okay, like there's more context to the verses that you're reading, you know what I'm saying? And even into it, like read about the story, you know, go look it for yourself. Like I'm gonna tell you what I have here, but then take that information, you receive it, and then the conversation like goes beyond it. I don't want you to buy crystals anymore. You know what I'm saying? This is the information. Like you don't have to buy anything from my table now. Like I'm glad that we're speaking because now I'm able to give you information that you may have not received anywhere else.
Ever,
And
yeah.
so I always, for the most part, I would say 90% of the time I get a good interaction from the end of it. Sometimes people end up buying afterwards and like receiving a mineral from there. Or, you know what I'm saying? They're just like, okay, like I'll go on a look. And then people will hit me up like afterwards, be like, you know, like I hear what you were saying,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just let it be. And I'm not here to change anybody's mind or alter anybody's way of thinking. But if you come into my reality, into my aura, I'm not going to change my way of thinking
Right.
to fit how you feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna speak my truth and be like, well, this is what I do know about it. And if you feel any differently, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I do my own I receive my information as I do, and you do as well. And you know, we go from there. And it
Yeah.
usually
True
turns out pretty
alchemy
well.
in
Mm-hmm.
real time.
Mm-hmm.
To backdoor on the story, one time, maybe like 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was walking around in Manhattan,
Okay.
and these kids, I want to say they either worked for a church group, like they were just into the church, they were Christians.
Mm.
And they didn't even ask me no questions. They just walked up to me and gave me a rose. And by the time I got the rose in my hand,
Mm.
my social anxiety kicking in, 'cause they done got me for like 5 minutes. They just talking to me about how God disappointed me because I do witchcraft. And I'm like,
Wow.
wait, can I talk? Wait. So I let them go off on me and tell me how I'm doing so wrong.
Mm.
And I was like, so like, what made you stop me and say that? He
Mm.
said, God told me. I
Mm.
said, well, how did God tell you?
Mm.
He was like, because I just heard God talk to me. I said, well, that's what God talked to me too.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
I'm like, how do you know God don't talk to me? But they're
Right.
teenagers, so I'm just giving them just a different perspective, not defensive. I'm just asking them questions. How
Right.
you know God don't talk to me?
Right.
Why? And
Mm.
he trying to figure out what to name. He looking at me like he can't
Mm.
say it. He just like, God just told me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so what is witchcraft?
Mhm.
So they like, it's manipulation. I'm like, well, how do you manipulate through witchcraft? And they were just like, manipulation. I said,
Mm.
well, what's prayer? They said
Mm.
prayer is asking. And I'm like, so what if I told you that I just pray for the things that I want to happen?
Mhm.
And they were just like, and I was like, what if I told you that like I love myself and I love people and I came here to spread love?
Mm.
Would you still think that God is mad at me?
Hmm.
I said, what if I told you that I'm a very much positive, I'm a positive, influential person to majority of the people that cross paths with me if
Mhm.
they know how to receive me.
Mhm.
And they were just like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, just because I don't look like you,
Mhm.
you never know what I know. And if you were to tell me God's mad at me, what if I had a message for you that could transform your life that God told me to tell you, but
Mhm.
you can't listen to me because you think that God don't talk to me?
Right.
They
Hmm.
was like, we're sorry, ma'am. We
Mm.
apologize. Can we pray? I
Mm.
was
Okay,
like, y'all
Alchemist.
see?
Yeah.
Like, y'all see what happens when you just judge people for how they look? I'm
Mm.
like, you might not understand my tattoos in my face, but or the tattoos on my body, the jewelry I got on, how I
Right.
look, my your perception of me,
Mhm.
the aesthetics. I'm not sure what you receive that as, but if you
Mhm.
didn't take time to get to know it, how you gonna just frame me out to be not of God?
Right.
I'm like, most people, I talk to most people about God or the most high or their higher self.
Hmm.
Some type of higher consciousness are gonna take them somewhere with
Mhm.
the intention of being positive.
Mhm.
So last time I checked, I was pretty cool.
Mhm.
And they were just like, well, here's another rose, ma'am. And they told me sorry. And they was like, well, I know they was like, well, damn, I learned something today.
It's interesting, you know what I'm saying? When you see youth like that, like almost kind of like Jehovah Witness in a sense, it's like
Yeah.
you ever see people that like do door to door sales? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? It's almost in the same, mannerism, but like, professing, you know what I'm saying? And so it's interesting, everyone has their own way of coming to, you know, awareness and self.
Mm-hmm.
And some people have to go through that path to be able to reach the highest forms of elevation. And so, you might have sparked something in each one of them. They may,
Yeah.
you never know who they're gonna be
And at
in the
that
future.
time, I just became more aware of how I come off,
Mm,
especially to somebody that may not have lots of experience or just
mm,
may not be aware.
mm,
So I wasn't too offended. And then they little babies. I don't
mhm.
know who telling them what to say and who's putting what in their mind, who's
Right.
limiting their perception. So it was just a time for me because I could have been offended and went off on them kids because they
Mhm.
was knocking on 17. They was taller
Hmm.
than me. My
Mhm.
little ass like, no, just wait a second.
Looking up at him like
So yeah, so I was like, let me take this opportunity to, teach.
Yeah.
And another situation where I had to like really, really alchemize was just long story short, I had flew out to New Jersey
Mhm.
because I had two events, one in Philly, one in New York. I didn't want to stay in either or, so I stayed in the middle. When I got there, my spirit was like stay in the middle. When I got there, I left all my jewelry in Dallas.
Mm,
And I was like, oh my God, ain't no overnighting it because this shit
mm,
tomorrow. If it
mhm,
overnight, it might overnight past the event, it might get here tomorrow, but
mm.
what am I about to do?
Ooh,
But my heart fell to my ass. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
And I was like, well, I know there's no way that God brought me all this way to just have me turn around.
yeah,
Like I did not buy this flight, get these vending fees just to
mm,
not have my stuff. This
yeah,
gotta be more. So long story short, I ended up looking up instead of just crystal stores, because I didn't have wire. I had to
right,
buy everything. I
right,
looked up wire stores near me. I've
mhm,
never searched that in my life.
mhm.
I'm 10 minutes from the freaking workshop, the
Ooh,
warehouse that I order back home.
what?
So I'm 10 minutes from the warehouse that ships to Amazon, that ships to me.
Wow, okay,
So I
alignment.
pull up the
Yeah,
next day in my event that night, and I'm like, God, thank you.
wow.
Pull up to the warehouse, come to find out they closing, they relocating in a month. So this
What?
lady not only gave me what I bought, she let me spend $100 and give me 2 years of supplies.
Oh,
I
wow.
still got some of that stuff sometimes. And had I
Ooh,
just been only focused and fixated on the problem,
mhm,
I wouldn't have been able to alchemize my reality that quick. So not
yes,
only did I get what I needed, I got an abundance of some, and then I just had different type of stuff to promote for these events. It was no longer old jewelry. It was
mm,
all freshly new stuff. So it was on that fresh new energy. In these
okay,
fresh new states I have never been to. And I did
mm.
amazing in both of my events. So
That's real alchemy, and that seemed like
facts.
that's what needed to happen.
And I'm alchemizing y'all with my heart beating in my ass. I'm like, what am I finna do? But I gotta
Rapping through
keep
like
going. Man, and my jewelry was so nice and so dope. And they was fucking with me in Philly. They was
Yeah,
fucking with me in Brooklyn. I was like, gang, gang. Shout
yes.
out to the ether. Shout out to the most high. Shout out to myself. Because it was really easy to just cry in that hotel up until my return flight. It
Mm,
was easy to just try to only go sell loose crystals. Like go to a crystal store and just buy the crystals just because I had limited the thought that there's no way a miracle can happen for me.
right.
But I alchemized a miracle.
Let's go.
So I'm like, yeah, y'all, when y'all be catching yourself into shit you don't want, what
Mm,
do you want? Try to think about what do you want in a moment of what you don't want is happening.
right.
And just see where that little mindset would get you because sometimes we be stuck in shitholes because we put ourselves there. And we don't
Mhm.
ever get to really breathe and like open the vision to see like it's not just this, bro. It's just we looking at this right here. But if we breathe and expand what we looking at, we get
Mhm.
to see so many different ways, some to view it, so
Right.
many different options on what to do with it.
Big
And then you
facts.
be like, "Oh yeah, alchemist."
I say I'm loving it.
So, thank you. Anything else you want to share on alchemy
Man, I think you hit
itself
it.
as a topic? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm with it.
So do you have any examples or insight on ways to stay grounded through the experience of practicing alchemy? Because it's not gonna, of course, come overnight to remain like I guess positive mindset and believing that you can do it because it starts with a practice. Because
Mhm.
if you don't know and then you go from not knowing to knowing, there still has to be a repetitive pattern of what you're doing to create the pattern of knowing. That
Right.
makes sense?
Yeah, I think that's the word right there is creating a pattern or a rhythm to be able to make alchemy happen because alchemy is like a continuous motion to make something change.
Mm-hmm.
And so for someone it's like I guess starting something, I guess let's say if you're trying to change a habit, you know what I'm saying, trying to do something throughout the day differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess like wake up differently. I guess wake up, if you're trying to wake up at 9 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
you start off and you usually wake up at 12. It's all right, I'm gonna start waking up at 10 today. You know what I'm saying? You do that for like a few days in a row. Then it's all right, now I'm at 10, now I'm gonna start waking up at 9:30. You know what I'm saying? Then you just
Mm-hmm.
bit by bit make a pattern of the same motion to change it. You know what I'm saying? I think alchemy is like consistency in
Mm-hmm.
a single form to make it transform into something that's almost like redundant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you've done it so much, and it's like, okay, that's how it is. Like you can say that even with, you going, like inside of it, you knew how to make the jewelry that you needed to make in order
Mm-hmm.
to be successful in that night, but you just didn't have it all there. But when you envisioned it, you made it happen, you alchemized that, and you put it in your mind, like, all right, this is what I'm about to do. So I feel like the same way, because you've done it so much before, you can do it now.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, all right, I can do it with ease because I've spent all this time doing my quote unquote work, which would be quote unquote alchemy, to
Mm-hmm.
be able to change it into this form. So I feel like, yeah, consistent motion. Um, it's really hard for people to keep, you know what I'm saying, especially whenever you're changing something from one form to the next. So
Mm-hmm.
finding a key point, like something to grasp on, a grounding technique is different in everyone else's light and everyone's light. For myself, um,
Well, let's tell what does it mean to ground?
to ground is just connect to whatever brings you back to center, to source.
Yeah.
The most traditional way people know grounding is connecting yourself to the earth, which is letting off a
Literally
vibration.
putting your feet on the ground, right?
Right, literally putting your feet on the ground, and connecting to the electromagnetic pulse that the earth is letting off, through its core. And so the core is a heartbeat. And so that's a good way. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to your heartbeat, you know what I'm saying? So that goes to breath. Empress is really good with breath work as well. So that reminded me, if you're trying to change one thing from one form to another and you are having problems with it, just stop and, take a deep breath. That's a good
That
way to
sounds
ground
so
yourself.
simple, but that's so true.
Yeah, it's like
It start with breath.
it's simple and it's like hard to remember because you think, oh, I'm breathing all the time, you know what I'm saying? But you don't think about taking a
How?
deep breath or
Yeah.
how you're breathing or
Mm-hmm.
what are you thinking when you're breathing that breath. And so that's a good way to kind of ground yourself in a new situation when you're trying to alchemize. And it's like, dang, it's kind of hard. It's hard to stay consistent. It's hard to stay with the goal. Like sit back and take a deep breath, but it sounds easy. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, you got to continuously do that. And that's something even myself I'm working on as well too.
Yeah.
So
What's
yeah.
some things you do on a day to day, week to week,
Mhm.
daily maintenance, monthly maintenance for to keep you personally grounded? Like what
From
works for you outside of working with the elements of
mhm.
the copper and crystals?
Shoot, for me, it's like quiet time to myself. I'm a life past 7, so I really love
Okay.
solitude. Um, but I also love to be like paired up as well too. So
Mm-hmm.
um, I love like my solo time because then sometimes my mind just floats and expands different places. So solo time and walks,
Yes.
walks, walks is really good. We've been working on our walks, getting that in daily, and that is able to
That's my
get
shit.
our mind right. Yeah,
Walking.
yeah.
Oh
But
my god.
in nature though, like in nature on dirt, you know what I'm saying? Concrete is cool, but I love to walk in nature. Like I love to walk on trails and like have trees next to me and feel how they're like bending in, connecting to
Mm.
nature is such a dope it's such a dope journey for me. I feel like I have
I
such a deep
agree.
connection with it.
I got to piggyback on that. So like
Yeah.
I was as far as connecting to nature and how beautiful it can be and as far as part of your alchemy journey.
Mhm.
I was I found this park I like to walk at and it stuck to me and my spirit was like this the park you gonna walk at while you heal
Mm.
this part of yourself. It was a part of myself I was healing like really deeply. And this the part we're gonna walk, this the lap or route we're gonna walk. And as I would walk the routes, um, I feel like God talked to me when I'm alone and while I'm in nature
Mm.
the most.
Mhm.
So I got this calling to be like, not only are we gonna walk here, we're gonna live somewhere over here. You need
Mm.
to be in this part of Dallas right now.
Mhm.
So every day I would just walk and I would envision myself like living over here. I
Mhm.
didn't know when or how or what, but I just knew that was my intention.
Right.
And as I'm just walking connected to nature, I'm getting all these downloads, all these things that have been suppressed are coming to the surface and then being released
Mm.
through these walks, whether
Right.
they're mental, whether it's an emotional release,
Mhm.
So as I'm going through this journey of just healing myself, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna live over here. I wrote it down. I remember I would go sit down. I would stretch. I would do my yoga, write down my goals, see myself doing it.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, I got the notification on apartments.com that they're building a brand new apartment location
Mm.
right around the corner from this park.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't gotta look no more. I know where I'm moving.
You a
And
manifester.
thank you. So I literally quit looking for apartments.
Yeah.
And when I quit looking for apartments, I literally asked them, I just submitted a request for information.
Mhm.
And they called me. I got into that apartment. I found my kids at school over around there. And then I found where I work around there too. So
Yes.
it's all like in a 4 minute proximity, all from walking.
Bow,
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 bow, bow. I did it
bow.
right.
Yes, you were on point with that. Yes.
Hey.
That's confirmation because
So
that's
I say, and I
yeah.
was just like in a really dark state. It was when I was first going through being single and
Mhm.
experiencing single motherhood for the first time.
Mhm.
That little situation with my business and my ex and everything. So
Mhm.
I was like, I don't want to be here no more. So what can I do? Let me
Mm.
alchemize this shit.
Right.
And my spirit was like, go to that park, bro, and walk
Hmm.
there every day until you come up with an idea.
Hmm.
And I don't know why, but sometimes I follow the calling. I don't know about y'all. When God tell me to do something, I move because I know that
Yeah.
resistance. I always pay for it,
Hmm.
but I always pay for it in an amazing way when I just follow what I know I'm called to do.
Right.
So spending times in nature literally helped me create the life I'm living like right now,
Big
and it
facts.
elevated it. So take notes from Lucy for sure, and
Mm.
breath work too. I
Mhm.
did a breath work class 2025,
Hmm.
so I did two of them. And I know that I'm alchemizing. I know I'm healing. I know I'm shedding. I know I'm removing.
Yeah.
But to see the rapidness it comes with when you go to that depth of intention,
Mhm.
it blew my mind.
Hmm.
So it was like like they say Ashe and spirit is breath, is
Right.
one and the same.
Mhm.
I didn't really understand that until I took a breathwork class because I got to see what breath work was literally doing for my spirit and
Hmm.
what I was able to understand through the breath work.
Okay.
So all we did, one was like it was ancestral release and we breathe. How would you say that?
Well, breathe. I think you was on there.
Okay.
At first you said
I do
breath,
that all
but
the time on here, bro. I'll be like, did I say that shit right? Okay. So
it
we
took an air.
breathed, right?
Yeah.
Over and over again, really deep breaths. That feels better.
Mhm.
And as we were taking the deep breaths, it was like for an hour and a half. They had us visualizing something too. So it was like
Mm.
deep breath workshop meditation. And we went into like a cave and we greeted like our grandmother and our grandfather of all the generations.
Mm.
And we like let out a scream for them.
Right.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And it was like I came back a whole new person.
Mm.
But like for real, everything at that time that
Yeah.
didn't serve me that I was prepared to lose, it left.
Mm.
And it was like my spirit knew it just shed the weight. So I'm like, yeah, what he talking about, like go take a breath work class. And if you don't even want to do that, just go breathe some more by yourself. Take
Yeah.
really deep breaths. Start there. And you'll see, like, even when I'm overstimulated, I'll do that.
Mhm.
I will literally inhale, take a deep breath in, hold it, and then I'll release it through my mouth. And then I'll repeat that until my body feels back
Yes.
grounded, centered. So walks are my stuff. And my other one, I'm a water baby, even though I'm a fire sign.
Okay.
Cause I love the ocean and
Yes.
baths. Like, I'm like, I said baths with an F. Oh my God.
It makes
Baths.
sense. Hey, that's the only way I know how to hear
Okay.
it.
I like it. Man. So bubble baths is my shit. Oh my God, I'll be smoking in a bubble bath, and then I bought a
Yeah.
portable jet. I feel like a fancy ass big kid.
So what
Like
it
a
like bubbles?
yes. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
the water moves.
Mm.
And I got a garden tub. So I just be like, oh my God. I just will go into a zen. I play my meditation playlist.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And then I get to unpack my day. I get to welcome in new information, new
Mhm.
downloads. I get
Mhm.
to settle in and integrate some stuff. So that's my shit. Baths and water.
Wow, you
In,
said
in the sea.
something.
You gotta drag me at the beach. Like, Jasmine, it's time to go. I'll be like, but wait, hold on, I'm not done playing mermaids.
Type shit.
I'll
You
be literally in there. When I went to Miami. That's where Leroy, that's where I spoke at. Where you came to?
Mhm.
We landed in Miami. I got flown out to speak by his sister. His sister hired me for her tour, and we was in
Mhm.
Miami. We landed in Miami, got to the hotel, but by the time everybody trying to figure out what they finna eat,
Mhm.
I'm like, all right, child, my Uber was outside to go to the beach. Like I wasn't even in Miami for 20 minutes, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is life.
You don't worry about no food, no
Not at
nothing.
all. That's how much I love the water, but I get a
Yeah.
lot of information
Man,
from
say.
source in the water. So if y'all don't know that, go check out the water, go check out the breaths. Really go tap in with the elements. Like it sounds cliche maybe
Mhm.
to some people, not to me. I'm sure it don't at all to you because
Mhm.
we be on that, you know. But to people who are not aware of the elements,
Mhm.
go find your favorite element and go ground. I
Yeah.
promise you.
Man, and
Start
I feel like you might have some water somewhere in your chart.
well, rising for sure.
Oh yeah.
Scorpio.
Oh yeah, okay, okay.
It's just double Aries,
Yeah.
sun and moon.
It's like it's not forefront. No one's gonna see it. It's in the rising, which is like a forefront thing, but you can't interpret that just from seeing. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
sometimes people say I like a Scorpio, but I don't talk like a Scorpio. I
Mm.
talk like an Aries. I be like, damn, I'm so extreme. Like I
Cause you're gonna
love
be
it.
out there with it. You're not
Yeah.
gonna a Scorpio's gonna be like kind of like, they might have some they may be reserved with it, but you're gonna say what you need to say. Scorpio might say it, but they'll be like kind of rude about it.
I think I feel both colliding sometimes.
Mm,
So my big personality, my Aries, is like, yeah, we in this thing, but I do not like being seen. Where do y'all be seeing me at when y'all see me?
shoot.
Events.
Yeah, events. Yeah. We
Crystal,
have
I run into
PAX.
y'all at the crystal store.
Yeah.
Remember, I used to always see y'all every time we go to Rock
Big
Girl.
facts. That's
But you're
the
not gonna
main
see me nowhere else. Ask the
it's
world.
only where energy's at.
Yes, where what I love to do is at,
Yeah.
or sometimes if I'm getting paid, like I've hosted events.
Mhm.
Oh my God,
Mhm.
I do it. If it's not my event,
Yeah.
it's like okay, because they trying to hire me as the personality.
Mhm.
I'm like, but y'all don't realize I be at home chilling, bro. They be me in my crib.
Mhm.
Like I'm not at home. I gotta be out in public. Like okay,
It's
so I do get nervous. I think that Scorpio side of me come out when I gotta be in the spotlight and it's not my domain. My
understood.
domain, I got this shit on lock.
Right.
Like I'm not worried. I don't mind. I show up. But if it's not my domain, that Scorpio side gonna come out.
Yeah, you just worry about how you move and you just move differently. And it's more
Absolutely.
like, yeah,
I'm the who gonna be there type of girl.
exactly, yeah.
Who all gonna be there? I went to the Kava bar in Oak Cliff
Yeah.
not that long ago, and I seen a lot of people I wasn't prepared to see. Nobody
Mhm.
did nothing wrong at the time or anything. I just wasn't prepared to see that many people. I was like,
Right.
shit. But
Yeah.
I'm already in this thing.
You can't
I was
go
like,
back.
let me just walk with my head to the side. So I'm little, everybody know these locks. I'm like, dang. So
Yes.
it come out sometimes because that's not my domain. I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared to see them people.
It's
But
hard for you to go out with as much work as you've been putting in. It's hard for you to step out in Dallas. People not notice you.
oh yeah,
You know what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
That's a hard thing.
My son calls me Jasmine the Wizard now. He be like, I love you, Jasmine the Wizard. I be like, bro, you so funny.
That's what's
So
up.
no, facts. But I'm getting used to it. You finna see next
Mhm.
Sunday
Oh
at
yeah.
our we throwing
Is it
a
next Sunday? Is it next Sunday? It's the 1st of
wait, what's
March.
today?
Today is like what, the 18th?
Today is Wednesday. So
Ooh,
it's not this coming Sunday. It's next
it's
Sunday.
the next Sunday, yeah.
Why are you saying next?
Not this Sunday. Let's
So
go ahead
if
and
it's
pull up.
not this Sunday and it's next Sunday, you say next?
So this Sunday, I guess, yeah, because right now is what? You said it's Wednesday.
Correct. So this Sunday would be this Sunday.
You're right.
And the Sunday after that would be next Sunday, right? Or next.
You're right. That would be next Sunday.
Bro. Okay, thank you,
My
Izzy.
neck is coming like a
We
look.
doing this on the podcast in real time.
I be
That's
like
hilarious.
in real time, like with my schedule in my head. I'm like, wait, that's this Sunday. I'm like,
And I'm like, bro, my ADHD don't scare me like that. Like, is it next or is it next? I need to know right now
yes.
how many nexus is in this motherfucker. But yes, next Sunday you get to see. I'm gonna follow your lead, but it's my domain in a sense, but I gotta teach. So it's
Yes.
like the Scorpio gonna be like, oh, we finna teach. But the Aries is so ready to do this shit.
Yeah.
With since it's something I love, no hesitation. But
Mm-hmm.
like, let's say like a club wanna hire me to be a special guest appearance. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We gotta pray before, after, during. I need 3 bubble baths. I need 3 blunts before. I need to go reset. I need some sage. I need a room I can go be quiet in.
Right.
If I'm gonna really do that and function the whole time.
Right.
If
Nice.
not, it's been times where I'll just shut down. Like I did something at this event. This dude hired me. I said I need this, this, and this in order to work. That's that Aries. Give me my shit. He didn't give it to me the right way. Scorpio came out. I just went mute. I said, this is my 3rd time telling you what I need, bro.
Yeah.
You're not doing it. I went mute. I became the crowd.
Yeah.
And still got paid. I'm like, because you're not listening, bro. Like, I can't. I'm already nervous. You put me in front of people and you're not on the mic how I need you to. Every time I go to speak, he play a song. I'm like, bro, no way. I know I'm not malfunctioning, bro. It's you and I'm done.
We need some
I'm like, I
coordination
quit.
here.
So it was funny, but you definitely get to see those sides collide. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna drop the link later and I'll bring it back up again for you in the this episode.
The link for what though?
Our event.
You ain't only know what the event is yet.
Oh yeah, well stay tuned to the end of this episode. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. This mean y'all gotta watch it. So this is one of the main reasons I brought you here today.
I'm ready.
So I would love for you to give an example and or insight, because I like to say and or a lot, to give both. Of what's the difference between or what does it mean to you between embodying masculinity and performing it?
Okay, yeah. I feel like that question is pretty straightforward. The way to answer it, yeah, I feel like embodying it is something that's already in you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that consistency of something that's like you can't really take it out of you because it's quote unquote in your body. It's inside of your body. Performing is something that you would do in the midst of other people in your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? To prove or to show. I was just we went by my sister's old school and I was like, oh, I used to love going into her school. I think I was going to the big kid school because it was a high school. I was elementary. I was like, I used to love to watch her in there because she was in theater. And so they would perform. And so that just when we think about that, I was like thinking of performing. That's like being on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Performing that is like pretending what you think it should be. You know what I'm saying? What you've been told it's supposed to be. Embodying is what you just know it to be. So performing is what I guess you think it to be, and you're portraying it. Embodying it is which is what it is.
I did not write this down, but I'm thinking of it right now.
Yeah.
What ways for you personally do you show up in your masculinity for your community and loved ones?
By doing that, I show up for myself. That's the first way, and that's probably the best way because in order for me to be able to do anything for anybody else, I gotta make sure I'm straight up. You know, I gotta make sure I'm taken care of and, do what I can for myself. Saying to make sure that I'm good. Secondly, if you do have a partner, that's the second part of it. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything in your household is in line because everything else there is in line, then you won't be able to show up in your full essence. You know what I mean? So just tapping in, you know what I'm saying, with the ones that are close to me, you know what I'm saying, and seeing where everyone's at and making sure they're good. But first I gotta make sure that I'm good first.
That's so important. Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't, you you can't clean somebody else's mess off with a dirty rag,
True.
And so if your rag's dirty and you trying to like help them clean their stuff off, it's like, oh, I got you, but now you got shit on my side.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, just getting I feel like you know what I'm saying, getting stuff right with yourself is the best way to whatever the question was, to be honest.
I got you.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here first, folks. Yeah. Whatever the question was, to be honest, because I'm liking their response. So I just get to thinking about more things. So I wanted to ask you, like, as a divine masculine, do you think it's important to have understanding of your emotional state as well?
Definitely, I feel like yeah, I like to use the word understanding. I like to use the word understanding because then you really understand what's going on inside of you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, I feel like it's very important to understand how certain things make you feel and how to communicate about it as well too. Because
Mm-hmm.
if there's something that someone says to you and it bothers you and you kind of just let it pass and then you just let it happen repeatedly and you don't say nothing, then it just builds up. Then you erupt into a sense of yourself that you aren't normally. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I feel that being able to you know what I'm saying, just come to terms with yourself and like yeah, just gaining that balance, just making sure that, you know, I kind of like lose my thought because I expand. I'm like
I
thinking
got
so
you.
much further forward.
I got you.
But yeah, basically as what I just said. But I feel like that's the best way to be able to move forward in your masculinity is getting into yourself and really tapping in.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And black men, I need y'all to remember it's okay to be emotional. Like
Hmm.
like not overly emotional or anything. I don't even want to say overly like it's a bad thing to express, but don't forget that like y'all got feelings too.
Hmm.
And like Lucy said, you can't really show up for your family, your partner, yourself, your people if you're not pouring into you and making sure that you are, balanced.
Yes, I feel like it's really good for men to like have other men to speak to as
Mhm.
well too. Really like have someone that almost kind of like you see almost at your standard, almost higher than your standards. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That way, you're able to give each other insight. Like I have different men in my life that I'm able to communicate with. You know what I'm saying? And that's been very helpful just through my journey. If it's not me speaking to my partner, then what I'm saying I may have a brother that I'm able to communicate with, and sometimes I don't, and sometimes you gotta process that by yourself, and that's
Yeah.
where that solitude and the alone time comes in, and receiving the right information, which is what comes in your surroundings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your environment creates reality, so that's why I say having good people, good brothers around you to
Mhm.
what I'm saying assist you in that journey is really good. Um, I like to create those communities as well too. So
Mhm.
if if there's brothers out here that's just like looking for people to vibe with, you know what I'm saying, just align in the in the right path, whatever you see that being, like we got that over here, you know what I'm saying. I got a lot of
Ashe.
brothers that are, elevating in their way, and we could all help each other. So I feel like, tapping in with the brothers can
Absolutely.
keep, men's mental health really high.
Shout out to the brothers and shout out to Black men's mental health because it definitely matters.
Big
And if
facts.
you're a black man watching this, I love you.
I say.
Um, I wanted to ask you, based on what you said, goodness, it was such a good question to me. He was talking about the emotions of men. Um, how does that look when you're able to show up for your partner's emotions? Well, okay, let me ask you this because I didn't ask you right. Do you think as a masculine, when you learn to understand your emotions, that can help you show up for the divine feminine? If you are a masculine dating divine feminine,
Mm-hmm.
do you think being able to tap in, because since the masculine is energy is more logic,
Mm-hmm.
when you take the time to intentionally connect and understand your own emotions,
Hmm.
do you think that helps you show up more emotionally available for your partner in
Most
a divine
definitely.
femininity?
Most definitely. I think without a doubt, like if you know yourself, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, it allows someone else to be able to receive you because, they won't know what bothers you if you don't know what bothers you, and
Mm-hmm.
so if 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 something bothers me, if I don't like, you not taking your shoes off at the door, you know what I'm saying, then I'm gonna say it. Or if you don't say it, then it just keeps happening. Then it's like you got this sacred tension going on, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because someone's not saying something. So I feel like understanding what you don't like and what you do receive allows the other person to be able to understand that too, because you're able to healthily communicate that. And for the other person to receive it without being offended, like, oh, I didn't
Right.
really like when you did that. It's like, but like I'm not mad at you. I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And then to receive, okay, but like I'll, proceed in a way that's not compromising my emotion, but I won't do that to you in the same way that way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you don't want them to compromise who they are. So
Yeah.
if for them they should know it's like, all right, if I'm compromising my boundaries too much to adjust to you, then that's where you're able to, know if this is where you should move or not,
I
you know?
think that's beautiful. And y'all, Lucid, he's goddess is here, Yezi. And
Yes.
I think they are such a beautiful couple. I gotta bring them back on together so we can go dive more into a divine union. But yeah, the times that I have seen y'all really do embody such a balanced and calm and cool and collective energy together. So I
Gratitude.
wanted to get into the mindset of the alchemist and then the divine feminine on how you're able to show up.
Mhm.
And, but first, you have to show up for yourself.
I say.
And then it goes into how you can show up for the divine feminine. So thank you so much for that.
Facts.
Um, do you
Gratitude.
know who Dr. Umar is?
Yes, I'm not gonna say I know him. I
But you heard of him?
yes.
So he made a post one time. It really stuck with me when it just goes along the lines of being tapped into your divine masculinity and being able to show up outside of romance.
Mm,
He said that he feels like every black woman should have a black man in her life that don't want anything from her romantically, that
mm,
genuinely loves her and
mhm.
genuinely shows up for her. So, do you agree that every black woman deserves to have that example?
In a way, yes. I feel like that every every person should have someone that they can align with in any field, in any
Mm-hmm.
way. You know what I'm saying? So whether that black man be their father or whether it be a friend, it could be any black man in reality that puts that type of energy as security. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah,
also not
exactly.
like you not trying to cross a boundary or line. Right
Absolutely.
now in this society, in this reality right now, it's a lot of gray areas and a lot
Mm-hmm.
of hidden agendas. So it's kind of hard for people to walk around in their vulnerability and to receive that because someone always has an ulterior motive. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it's not that it's always a thing, but it's just an awareness that people have now just because of what we've been exposed to. And so because there's so much exposure to everything, you know what I'm saying? Like a child can see anything, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, so it's like there you could it could be, you know, it could be anything. So um I feel that it's very expansive in that way. I don't really want to go too much further
I
into it
got you.
because I feel like it's very expansive, but I feel like there's so much exposure into those things that you never know what you're gonna get. You don't know who you're talking to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You don't know who you're talking to. And that's
No, I feel you.
mhm,
And the reason I asked that, because as far as the question Dr. Umar said, because it really stuck with me, and I personally agreed with what he said, just because of my personal upbringing.
mhm,
I didn't have a lot of positive masculine energy or figures in my life
right.
growing up. So having that now, or meeting that now, whether it's platonic or romantic,
Mhm,
I understand why he says somebody, the black woman, needs that in her life from a man who don't want nothing from her. Just
mhm,
so she can get still what that energy looks like and the embodiment of it, get the example of it.
mhm,
Having protectors around that don't want anything from her.
right.
So that woman can still understand, like when you mentioned security.
Mhm.
So I really like that statement, and I wanted to just ask what you thought about that. But
That's a real deal.
shout out to the black men who like
Mhm,
to show up for the divine feminine in either way, especially platonically, because that's really hard. A lot of,
mhm,
like you said, a lot of people have hidden agendas. So the
mhm.
black men in my life that give me safety, I am so thankful for y'all, like
That's right.
beyond words, for sure. Because there's been times where I had to learn what that even looked like.
Mhm.
So the black men that provided that, y'all
Right.
dope. For sure. So we're gonna get into like healing through alchemy.
Okay.
Have you ever had to alchemize a situation that challenged you emotionally or really changed your life? And you don't have to tell what it was, but just have you ever had to do anything like that? And what was that journey like?
Yeah. I think about I guess like one of the biggest I guess we're just talking about emotionally.
Yeah, like have
Emotional.
you had to? Because we talk about alchemizing life, alchemizing minerals, alchemize like alchemy, but
Yeah.
a time where like a challenging time in your life.
Yeah. I will just say I just think about the most challenging time I've had in my life, which was alchemy on a lot of different levels. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't just, emotional, but it was physical as well. Like back in 2014, I was hit by a car, and so like half of
Damn.
my body, like this leg, metal, my pelvis, is has a clamp in it. My shoulder has a clamp in it,
Wow.
and I was supposed to be gone at that moment. Um, but whenever I came back into the hospital, they told me what I needed to take. They're giving me certain medicines, but in my mind, I kind of like I had a shift. You know what I mean? So I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
taking their traditional medicines. I was eating the food my family was bringing me, and in my mind, I had to change my mindset. Like they said, I wasn't gonna be able to walk. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so I had to change my mind, like, no, I'm not listening to that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like mental fuckery at that moment. They telling
Right.
you, there's some things you won't be able to do anymore. And
Damn.
I had to
Lucid.
alchemize that thought right there to be like, I can do what I want, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I was in the hospital for about 5 months. And then when I went out, like I had, wheelchair. And my whole situation was interesting. My mom lived in a condo, so I lived in the second story. And so when I first got in there, like I was in the condo and had one leg I could use. And so just being able to move back and forth, like I had to alchemize what they told me I could do. So I was hopping around one leg, wheelchair in my right hand, you know what I'm saying? Hopping on this leg, getting downstairs, like changing what they told me I couldn't do, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Hopping on this leg so much that it strengthened my pelvis up and I'm able to move this leg like nothing happened to it. You know what I'm
Ashay.
saying? And so I went to the therapy there for probably about like a month or so, and then I stopped going there and I started doing my own stuff. I went back to my hometown, not my hometown, but the town I went to boarding school in a different town, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
went back there. The coaches, they knew what happened, so they let me go to the gym every day. And I was in the gym every day, just like just getting
Your
better.
own physical therapy.
Yeah, like while the high schoolers were in there doing their thing, like they see me coming in there with my crutches, you know what I'm saying, my wheelchair and getting on the bench and squat, like it was motivating everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So that was another form of alchemy just for me doing what
Hell
I was doing,
yes.
inspiring everyone else, to kind of just pump themselves up. But yeah, that was the biggest form of alchemy in my mind because I had to realize that just because they said I couldn't do one thing doesn't mean that was what it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like I was supposed to die when I got hit. My pelvis split, and when your pelvis splits, you bleed out. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, I didn't bleed. And a
For some
homeless
reason,
person,
because you chosen
yeah,
God and you know that you protected. Wow.
and so yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's my biggest form of alchemy, which was just changing that thought form and someone telling me quote unquote no, no is never no, like it's never just that. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
big on that.
Yeah.
Mental illness, chronic illness,
Hmm.
injuries,
Hmm.
anything physical, mentally, spiritually. A lot of times when people diagnose or tell you something and you allow that to be your reality, that's alchemy too, bro. Because
Hmm.
you're accepting that and you're taking one thing and turning it into another. It's just another negative or
Hmm.
scary, not so good situation.
Right.
So shout out to you.
Gratitude.
That's
Yeah.
super dope. And
Thanks.
y'all gotta remember when y'all see people, the greats, and y'all think of like legends and stuff, bro, they did not get this shit easy,
Right.
peaches and rainbows. They
Hmm.
had to alchemize something. So
Facts.
you are literally legend in the making right now. You know what I'm saying?
And you
That's
as
dope.
well.
Ashay, thank
Yeah.
you. I
It's cool
need
that we so close. You
no
know what I'm
facts,
saying? Like it's
facts.
real.
And we met during the same thing, but I done
Yeah.
alchemized into a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? Now we
Hey.
teaching classes together. So
And we needed this time and space to be able to create this. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
people needed to hear that because I didn't
Yeah.
know it. I think you shared briefly, but
Hmm.
I didn't know it was to that extreme.
Yeah.
So damn, I'm sorry, but I'm very thankful that you're
Yeah.
here.
I'm
I'm
grateful it
thankful that
happened.
you're, yeah,
Hmm.
to show you what it showed you.
It's crazy because I was in college. I did college for like 3 months. I was working at Chipotle,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh, this is a pretty cool flow." And that wasn't what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be majoring in mechanics and in business. You know what I'm saying? And I also was doing what's it called, psychology as well
Mm-hmm.
too. I had to do those like the basics and stuff. And so it was interesting, but it was like it's not really what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And I kind of felt that, but it was just kind of what I was supposed to do, quote unquote. I had a scholarship to go to school and everything. So it was like I was kind of going on the path that was set out for me. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And
I feel like you low key took your college titles but made them
mhm.
into your personal purpose.
Big facts.
Cause you know what I'm saying, you're
Yes.
spiritually inclined. You teach about the mind,
Mhm.
alchemy.
Mhm.
The minerals, the tools.
Mechanics, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah, with
mechanics of the
the
body or the minerals.
creating,
Yeah.
literally creating machinery in a sense, because even that it operates and does something.
Big
The
facts.
fidget and ain't that a joint holder?
Yes, this is that's alchemy.
That's cool as
That's
fuck,
alchemy.
right?
I alchemized my college career into my lifestyle that I'm in now.
While I'm listening to you, I'm like, bro, he doing this, but in his
That's
own lucid genes became your degree
that's real. I
to the
didn't even
world
realize that. That's
or
real
universe. Yeah.
stuff.
That's dope as fuck. And then you even alchemize crystal copper jewelry into tools.
Yes.
You took a ring for the hey, if you got ADHD, bro, and you need something to fidget, he
This is the
got you
fidget ring right here. And what's so good about this is it actually it's not just that it fidgets, it actually amplifies the charge of the crystal.
as you move it.
As you move it, you get that charge called piezoelectricity. So just like when you rub your hands and they heat up, the same thing with this mineral. It heats up and then it conducts to the wire, which corresponds to your body.
Dang.
Copper
Yeah, teach
is
them real quick. What
yeah.
tell them what copper does for your body.
Yeah, copper is a major conductor. It helps with blood flow and circulation. It can also boost like your immune system as well too. So wearing it against your skin allows the copper to correlate with your body. Your skin is the biggest organ that's receiving energy all day. And so whatever you put on your skin is going to go into effect. So copper, your clothes, whatever you have on, is going to affect your body. So wearing copper allows you to get the proper iron that you need into your blood for it to flow and circulate. So if you have things like arthritis or carpal tunnel or any joint problems, it can be alleviated just from wearing the copper on your skin. So that was a part of my journey, you know what I'm saying? From after my accident, you know what I'm saying? Copper became part of my healing journey because um a few years after that, actually a year after that, I worked in the trash industry, which is one of the most dangerous industries. And I didn't tell them about my injury. And so I went from there and hopped straight onto the back of a trash truck.
Mm.
Um, in one of like the biggest cities, and people were taking copper and like scrapping it. You know what I'm saying? Taking it for a few dollars, and then I was like, "Yo, this got some properties." So I only knew a little bit about it, and so I took it and I would like wear it on my leg every once in a while, and I like wrap up some wire from the back of transformers or TVs and stuff.
Wow.
And I would just, you know, kind of wear it. And then I made a necklace one time, a black obsidian necklace, and I tied it onto like a Bob Marley chain. And people started asking me about it, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that led to me speaking about it and then talking about it. And then they're like, yo, I want
I
one
want
too.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I started making things, like just started making different things from the copper I was getting, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? From there, from TVs, people were throwing away
Damn.
TVs,
For real.
like
That's how you
circuit.
started?
That's how I started.
That is what's
And
up.
and
That's
that's
what's
not
up.
even where I was supposed to go. Like I was gonna start, you know, I was like, I wanted to really grid the earth. I was gonna make like organite pyramids to be able to
Mm-hmm.
bust out 5G towers and, you know, bust clouds and, you know, clear out the hemisphere. I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
grid the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna do it with candles and organite pyramids, but that didn't take off the way that the jewelry did. Cause I made candles and I did organite. People were getting them, but then they were like, the jewelry was a whole different level.
It is. And you
And
been in business how long?
shoot, 6 years now.
6 years,
Full-time.
full time.
I've been doing it for about 8 years, you know what I'm saying, just playing with it.
Mm-hmm.
She has to remind me because I always be like,
So
"Ah,
full time
father."
is six?
Full-time
Hell
6,
yeah.
yes.
And
Gratitude.
eight is the total.
8 is a total.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
so
I
I'm
love
grateful.
that. But he ain't lying, y'all, as far as the jury took off for him. Because even
Mhm,
me, as a fellow crystal rapper, I get people that I run into all the time. I know
mhm,
you and I know your work. So I be
mhm,
out in public in the atmosphere of Dallas and
mhm.
just seeing his crystal. I'll be like, hey, that's my homie stuff. Hallucinate
Yeah.
that. They be like, yeah. And I've even had some of my clients come in.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, you know Lucy? They like,
yeah.
how you know? I'm like, cause I know his work. So I think
Gratitude.
that's even dope. I can spot out your work. So you've been
Mhm.
able to create your own individuality with copper rapping
Yes.
or copper rapping crystal jewelry.
And I really take a pride in that, like, as far as being able to create, you know, specific designs that it's like you can tell, all right, that energy is imprinted on it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And really I like to use the swirl and the spiral and
That's what I
everything.
was about to go into.
Yeah, go in
So
it, go in.
okay, so did you want to elaborate? You were already about to. What's the difference
Yeah.
between the shapes? Like, what's your intention when you shaping it?
Yeah, okay, so we know that energy wants to move in this most fluid motion, and so
Mm-hmm.
we use curves to allow energy to move fluently. One of the examples I like to use when you see a track meet, people are running a track meet, every corner they go is curved. Now, imagine if it was a square, they would have to slow down at every corner. So that means energy is not flowing. So angles like that aren't the best for energy to flow. So you want to be able to have some type of curve for energy to flow so it completes the cipher, right? And so with these ones, I have kind of like an infinity cipher.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for me, it's actually different for everybody. So
Mm,
Empress says whenever you want to receive energy, you wear the crystal pointing in towards you like that.
the stone.
Yeah, you wear the stone pointing in towards you like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then when you want to exert, you can wear it pointing outwards like that. But
And
then you,
that is a protection crystal.
yes,
So that's
this,
dope that you got it facing up.
yeah, facts. The hematite, and then I got amethyst right here.
Amethyst.
So this is both protection for sure. And this is abundance. I got some lapis lazuli and then some golden
Citrine.
topaz. It look like citrine.
But they similar.
They are. I like to say golden topaz like citrine on crack. You know what I'm saying? That's that amplified
Yeah.
citrine. I feel like,
Speaking of citrine, I meant to
yeah.
say it was a thought in my head I forgot to say. So we talk about alchemy taking one thing from another.
Hmm.
You know that citrine is just hot amethyst?
Wait, what?
Citrine is hot amethyst.
Hmm.
So
As
heated up
far as
amethyst.
that's why it's yellow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the only reason why.
Hmm.
So I'm guessing I gotta look up see where you mine amethyst.
Well, the thing is, they're all quartz. You got citrine, quartz, amethyst,
Rose
rose quartz.
quartz.
Right? They're all quartz. but they take on different hues due to, I guess, the amount of iron that they're exposed to, right?
And heat,
Yeah,
yeah.
and heat. Okay.
They told
Yeah.
me that at where we shop, Rock
Yeah.
Barrel.
Okay. Yeah,
And
they know
then
about the science. They
they
know
do.
about the sciences.
Y'all, if y'all
But
take two, I don't know if it's like a selenite or a quartz. It's one of the ITEs or a quartz and rub it.
the
You seen
quartz,
that
two
before?
quartz together. Yeah,
That's crazy.
they
Tell me
will
what it
spark.
do.
If you actually, this is the piezoelectric charge I was telling you about. If you take two raw quartz crystals and you rub them together in the dark, you'll actually see the spark coming from them. They'll actually create a charge and they'll light
In
up.
real life.
And so that will let you know if the minerals are actually real. But it's best to do with raw quartz, and so you can rub them together and you can see them actually, light up and spark up. So that's just the proof of the electricity and the minerals that there is. And so that's why this is so awesome. That's why Teslas even work, because the batteries is being, rubbed and compressed to allow that electricity to flow. You know what I'm
Dang.
saying? That's why a lot of shit's even working, because the crystals are being squeezed or rubbed, to make that
Imagine them
energy move.
Christians who was like, I don't believe in this. Imagine you would have put out two crystals and been like, you mean to tell me you don't got energy? Watch this.
I'd be
Hit the
like,
lights.
to take that watch off. It really, really is like, if that's the case,
They'll
take
be
that watch
so
off.
mind blown. They'll be like, he's an alchemist, run.
Yeah, for
We're
real.
seeing. You'll blow their
There's
mind.
there's really so much experiments you
It's
can show
so
people.
much. And then when you put it like that, you can't say it's no energy in it because you're
Right.
seeing it. Like,
Right.
how these two things gonna create light?
That's when you got to bring down mysticism with science. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to relate it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it's good to be able to know all, like, dual parts of it. You can't just be so far in the mysticism to where you don't know about the quote unquote reality,
Exactly.
because then you just you in a far gap. You can't explain it to anybody.
A simple example I like to use: how grounded do you feel out in nature when ain't nothing around?
Mm,
And then how chaotic do you feel in the city?
mm, mm-hmm,
That earth feeling you feel,
mm-hmm.
that's it's crystals in that earth.
Right.
It's crystals in that ground. It's
Mm-hmm,
crystals in that cave. It's crystals in the ocean.
mm-hmm.
So that's what you feeling like, just pieces of earth. I'm
Big
like,
fact.
think about you calling something demonic, but you believe in God and you believe God created the heavens and the earth, but you believe that this stone is, I guess, demonic or evil, but you have to go and mine it
Mm.
from your God's earth.
Mm.
Y'all gotta think about that. I be
Mhm.
smoking, I be thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Next time I'm gonna say this to their ass. I got something for next time. But
Mm.
yeah, thank you for taking us to class. But my
Yeah.
question: what is your intention with the infinity with the bracelet?
The bracelet here?
Because there's no crystals in that,
Yeah, there isn't any crystals in this
so it's
one.
all copper.
So this, I basically just make this to help with any circulation in general on my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the intention of it is to be simple. I like to keep things simple. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So keep it simple, but it's also going to be healing. So if anyone does have like arthritis or carpal tunnel, if they use their hands a lot, just wearing this like that for specifically men. You know what I'm saying? Men are like, oh, I don't like to wear. You know what I'm saying? I don't do too much. This piece right here is something you can wear at work. You can be anywhere. It's not going to break on you, and it's also going to alleviate any joint problems in your hand. But
I'm
it's
gonna make
wrapped in
me
a
one
spiral.
or get one because I
Yeah.
do hair. Why wouldn't I? I need
Yeah.
one ASAP. My
You
hands
can
be aching.
sure.
Goodness, kind of why I stopped making so much jewelry because
Yeah.
I'm using my hands so much. But you just put me on game.
I thought I had one in here. Actually, I might got one for you.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. So these are actually called
I love her. She had the name of the podcast sitting on the thing. She be having us prayer. Shout out to Yezi, y'all.
Empress reminds me. These are also called Akoma bracelets. If you can
Okay,
see that they're also in the shape of the Akoma Adinkra symbol. Um,
I don't know what that is.
it's a heart, right? It's a heart symbol that goes in like this, and it's also like a symbol of Sankofa. It's like
Okay,
bringing back, what I'm saying, information that was here before. You
I've
know what I'm
seen
saying?
Sankofa symbol. I
So,
got you.
so this is a similar symbol to it. This isn't as fine, as tight as it is as it can be, but
Mm-hmm.
this is the resemblance of that. And then of course you got the DNA strand that goes through, which represents, what I'm saying, our structure, our makeup, who we are. And then, putting it
So it's
on.
literally ongoing
Yeah.
internal energy,
Full
infinite
full
energy.
cipher. Full
Wow.
cipher. Yeah, and then it goes all the way around.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite crystal? Or do you have
Ooh.
one?
That's a hard question. I
Okay,
don't
top
know.
three.
Pyrite. Yes, that pyrite is sit on the right of my hip when I connect to that dimension. It sit on my
Hey,
left when I make it two step just to pick up a message about my mission. My neurons, they slapping, they clapping, they dapping. They about to make it happen. Yeah, I love pyrite. I like
Hey,
pyrite.
I like the bar drop right quick. I forgot you
Like,
be lyrical alchemy too.
yes,
All
yes.
of it.
Man, there's so much bags. I just can't bring them all out. I'm gonna be like Erica Badu, you
I
know what I'm
feel
saying?
you.
Bag lady
I
with
feel you.
everything.
I feel you.
I'm
So
like,
you got
damn.
pyrite.
Yeah, I got pyrite, peridot,
Damn,
peridot.
that's that green dinosaur egg looking one.
Yes, and
Got
it's
you.
very like electric. That's like the crystal of Ogun, which Ogun is
Mm.
the Orisha of all metals, minerals, transportation, different
Yeah, the
things like
Baba
that.
was telling me I work with Ogun Energy when he came by my table. I was like,
Yeah.
for real? He was like, yeah, you a metal bender.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
You
was
work with
like, oh
metal.
shoot, that's what's up. I got machetes. I keep
Hmm.
metal in my crib. I make Ogun pots.
And you got Oshun with it too, because Oshun is over copper as well too.
I didn't know that. And if y'all
Yeah.
don't know who we're talking about the African Orishas.
Yes.
Just go type in African Orishas and then look into Ogun and Oshun and go down a rabbit hole.
Do your
Pretty cool.
research. Do your own research.
Absolutely.
Only take what we have with a grain of salt. Do your own research.
Yeah, facts. And then after Peridot,
Yeah, after Peridot, oh my third. Uh I can't. Oh, I like Moldavite.
Moldavite.
I like Moldavite, yeah. I had
Damn.
Moldavite.
Have you had that before?
Yeah, I've
I've
had
never had it.
I used to have a Moldavite that I kept. Was it in my lock? You had, yeah, I had a Moldavite in my lock for a long time, and I had a ring that I had like a god piece ring. I don't make them anymore, but it had silver on it and it had a Moldavite on it. I used to
Tell the
have that for
people what that
years.
is who don't know.
What's that? The Moldavite? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Moldavite is a crystal that will throw you into your spiritual journey. Most people are kind of scared of this crystal. When you go into crystal stores, a lot of times, some places they won't even touch it. They'll like pick it up with tweezers because
I've
the
seen that.
energy is gonna shift you so quickly. You know, some crystals like agate, you know what I'm saying, or jasper are good for matching your energy and vibration where you're at. But then there's some crystals that'll throw you into your spiritual journey, which is like activate, opens up all your chakras, which is energy points in your body. And Moldavite is one of those, and it activates the Kundalini. This crystal, actually, what happened was it fell from the space, and when it hit the mantle of the earth, it actually hit magma and made the crystal form, which is why they look like little splashes and little specks. And they usually you can find them in the Czech Republic mainly. That's where the
The
asteroids hit.
CHEZ word.
CHZ Czech, yeah, that place.
Okay.
You can find only really find them there. You know what I'm saying? So when you find a motorbike, they're very expensive, but they're very etheric. Like they're gonna help you tap into the ether for real. Like if you're really trying to elevate, you're like, all right, this is a year. Like I'm not trying to play no games. Like motorbike is a crystal that you wear on you to really get you into your journey. But some people are afraid of it because of how expansive the crystal is.
Yeah.
And then it's green, so it centers around the heart chakra, which amplifies all of our aura. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of expansion in one mineral.
You
So
still got your piece?
I don't have my motorbite on me actually. I don't have it
But do
on me.
you like have you know where it is? You
Mm-mm.
can access it? It
Mm-mm.
serve its purpose?
Motorbite, yeah.
Yeah.
Motorbike is one of those when it serves its purpose and it's gone,
It leave.
it's gone. I've had, someone gave me this chunk of motorbite this big, and like within a day it was gone. You know what I'm saying? They told me, they're like, I didn't expect you to keep it. It always goes. I was like, wow. I didn't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
that big a motorbite, you know what I'm
That's a
saying?
big let me see.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a big piece.
that right there,
That little circle he's showing y'all.
that's
If you go to a crystal store and they find some real motivate, that's gonna run you
like 3 minimum, maybe.
100.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna
cause
say racks.
yeah, okay,
Depending on where you go.
cause now they charge it. It's like $35 a gram.
Isn't it running low? Like it's not gonna be much of it in the next few years.
Bliss.
Bless
Yes.
you.
Yes. It's like gold in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not gonna find it unless another meteor hits type
That's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah.
Where it came from a meteor. I've
Hmm.
seen it. I'm gonna try it out.
Hmm.
One day, I think. I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. My top three,
Yeah.
for sure, malachite. I
Mm.
love me some malachite.
It's hard to
I
choose.
like I've always liked malachite and resonated malachite with prosperity though. Most
Okay.
people be like, really? I'm like, yeah. In
Mm-hmm.
my world, truth is what you know it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I like to resonate that with the the prosperity.
Okay.
Um
Number two.
ooh, Labrador, right?
Oh,
Why didn't
that's a
I say
great
that
one.
first?
That's a great one.
Labrador right gives dragon tails.
Okay, it does. It
Don't
definitely
it?
does. Yes, that's the crystal right there. That's the only reason Dragon Tales had that in their mind was because
Had to be,
Labradorite.
right? Somebody was like, let me put this Labrador right in here. Crystal lover. And my last one, if it's not ooh, Peacock or Ree.
I don't even.
But I don't know if that's really natural. Or I don't know if that's real. Like,
I
or
let's
if
see.
it's artificially colored.
I couldn't tell you what it looks like.
Titanium quartz.
Oh,
It looked like that.
Okay, well, titanium quartz was just burned to made into what it is as well too,
For real?
to make it like shimmer in that way. Some titanium quartz is burned.
See, that's so cool.
It is cool.
So those colors are natural. It's just
Hmm.
naturally heated
Yeah,
into
it's just
that.
heat. It's just
Damn,
like
that's dope.
the sun was way hotter than what it is.
Y'all
Yeah.
gotta type in titanium quartz so you can see why I'm like, damn, that's dope. Like he's saying a quartz crystal just got heated up and turned into that. So I like
Yes.
some people know that it's peacock or
Okay. Okay.
so or it's called like chrysal. It got like pyrite in it, like
Oh.
CH something pyrite in
Hmm.
it. That's another name because you know some crystals like
Yes.
herbs got
Yep.
different names and what they've been known by and names that they got passed down. So
Mm-hmm.
titanium, of course, and peacock or those my two, but I think those are one and the same. Did I
Yeah.
name three?
You did. Yeah.
Okay, bet that's my
You
top
said
three.
malachite, labradorite, peacockery. Yeah.
And the only jewelry that I made that I'm wearing,
Mm-hmm.
I done
Yeah.
sold out.
Where your drip
I
at?
sold all my
Yeah.
stuff and I forgot to. I be forgetting to make me some. Every time I see you, I be
Yeah.
like, bro, yes. They like,
Look.
so what do you do? You can say I make it. I don't
Yeah.
be having on none of my stuff, but
Look.
I'm about to do it.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think this is your crystal
And
or it's a
especially after
jade. It's
yeah,
something.
nephrite jade.
It's either that or that port pyrite
Oh,
or
peridot. No,
peridot. It's not peridot. You can
that's nephrite. That's nephrite
nephrite.
jade. Yeah, that's
This
really good.
is azurite.
Okay, big azurite.
I love me some azurite, like the earth. But
Yeah,
that's all I
dude.
got that I wore. I was supposed to put on my big crystal, but I was so excited. You said ketchup and mustard, and I was like, I'm out the door. I want that burger.
Look,
But yeah, crystal talk. What you about to
I
say?
was about to say they gotta come on March 1st to see your drip for real.
Facts. So
Because
March 1st,
mm-hmm.
we're throwing an event called War. Rap, art, and reggae.
Yeah, man.
Lucid came up with that name. I
Yes.
said, you got it. That's the
Gratitude.
name. You got it.
Yeah.
So March 1st, we're gonna be at Heroes Lounge, 6:33 to 11:33.
Correct. Yes.
You want to
And
finish?
come out. It's free to attend. You can come. You can enjoy the vibe. But if you want to participate and enjoy our vibe, there's definitely a ticket cost to that as well too. It's very affordable, but you get to learn from two master alchemists in creating your own piece. Or you can get a ticket that also includes a canvas for you to paint as well. And there's also a ticket that includes a plate with a jerk. You can get a jerk chicken plate, or you can get a veggie platter. So there's plant-based option, non-plant-based options. So all of y'all should come and vibe with us because I know y'all want to feel what this energy is talking about for real. I know y'all can see
In
it through
real
the
life,
screen, but
facts.
yeah, y'all can pull up and vibe with us. And the links in both of our bios.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We've been putting a lot of energy and intention into it. So just to have, a few people show up and, be present for something that we've been putting our whole life into, in a
Facts.
sense,
Damn,
you know what I'm
facts,
saying?
right?
Makes sense for,
Facts.
yeah. And they're gonna be able to
And
keep something.
yeah,
You know?
and he's gonna have his table too.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta show them what they're gonna make.
Okay, yeah, show them. Wait, can I tell them something really quick?
Tell them.
He made those glasses. He
Yes.
took his frame, his lenses, and then wire wrap. Like his glasses aren't on the frame. He made the frame. That's cool. So this what they making?
That's like what I have on now, but those are some shades. You're gonna have to do ear first. So grab the ear first
Mm-hmm.
and then tuck one ear in and then tuck the other one in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. And then the nose grips are adjustable as well too. So you can
Damn.
move them down. Yes. And you got hematite on the side here. So you're able to
Damn.
fidget and transmute the EMF as well. Hematite's really good for transmuting EMF. So
That's so
it's
cool.
very multifaceted. And then it's wrapped in brass. So
Wow.
this is gonna transmute the metagen. This is like
I love these.
you
Bro,
know.
I make jewelry. So to be wearing this is like, damn, you did this.
Yes.
You made the whole entire frame.
Gratitude. And this is what
Wow.
everyone's gonna be making.
This is what you're gonna be selling.
This is what I'm gonna be selling.
Okay.
No one's like this is an extremely advanced
I was
wrapping
about to
workshop.
say.
And this is only for my lucid geniuses. Lucid geniuses are people that work with me closely that make what I'm making as well too, like closely. So y'all tap in with them in the future. They're coming,
I
but
really like how you operate.
I'm grateful to be able to do it. I
That's
just
what's
had to
up.
change my mind about where my business was gonna go. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
my business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm creating something different. But this is what we're gonna make. We're gonna make these bracelets here.
That's so cool.
I made that one. Actually, Empress made this one here.
Y'all look at this.
It's
Shout out.
hematite.
Okay, Empress, I see you, girl. You did it.
She made this in the last workshop, or
She a
actually,
lucid genius.
she is. Yeah, she is. She's the original genius.
The original, yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
That's the one she made right there.
This is giving mermaid.
Yeah.
Yemo Ja Shango. That's what I feel when I
so we made them for each other.
Dang, yeah. Wow. That's dope.
But it's so good because they're wrapped in copper, which is gonna keep them from breaking. It's also gonna help conduct the energy of the crystal as well. And they're so cool,
and
usually
this is what they're gonna learn at the class.
right. And usually you put a bracelet on, you trying to like stuff it in your hand like that. It's not gonna work. It actually unclicks like that so that you can click it on your wrist. I don't know if this one fits me or not.
That's so cool. Yeah, y'all come on out. I'm about to be making this too. I'm gonna take your class. You can take mine.
I will. I'm gonna be front row.
Okay,
Look, I'm gonna be front row in that
I'm
thing.
gonna either do it.
Right? They really do. I think you should keep that. Yeah. For real. That's cherry quartz and blue agate. Like I can have it. Yeah.
Making sure I understand.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much. I'm like, don't get too excited. Hell yeah, thank you.
Grand exchange.
This is so cool.
I mean, you hook me up with what I need for my hair. You know what I'm saying? To keep my what is it called? My
crown.
My crown. This is another word I was about to use.
Blow me away. What is? I know you're gonna say something I've never heard.
God dang, like, man.
Dang, again.
My hair root plexus. That's what it is.
I like that.
That's the technical name for the nerve that's connected to your brain. Why can't I get this to lock in?
Hey, I just focused too. I had to hyper focus hard as fuck. I was like, damn, Leroy, don't zoom in on my face when I'm putting this bracelet on. I'm gonna look focused. The last thing I wanted to talk about, once again, that story, your alchemy journey to your healing your body, bro. Like, that touched my heart, and I'm so happy to know you. Like, damn, I know you passed that.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Fact.
Like, damn. Well, not damn. Wow, amazing.
Life.
Thank you.
Okay, look.
That's that Aries. Remember, I said I just be so like,
hey, you the initiator. You know what I'm saying? You got to get shit pumping. Someone got to do it.
Hey, and I like, but it's the grounding for me. Oh yeah, something else I think that's dope about Lucid and Yezi. They got the same placements. What's your placement? But it's the same as his Empress. So go ahead.
My sun, moon, and rising are the same placements.
My bad. Big 3 placements.
I mean, and then we have some other ones too, like Mercury and Venus, and of course the generational ones, which is the last 3. But yeah. So
that's so cool.
I really don't like to give. The internet can't know all of it.
Oh
yeah, y'all got to come March 1st to know what our signs are.
Because it's on y'all stuff, right? It's
What's
on
that?
Y'all merch, right?
What's that? No. We just like when it comes to like our energy, because like that's our blueprint.
I got you. Dang, so I just gave them my blueprint.
But some people don't know how to read it.
Bet. All right.
Not everybody knows how to understand. So just like sometimes when people first meet you, they be like, "Oh, what's your sign?"
Right,
I let them guess it. You know what I'm
saying? He not lying.
Yeah.
Y'all made me guess it, and I got 2 out of 3 right, or I was very close.
You were on point. You were good.
Yeah. But I like that. So I didn't need y'all ain't getting a blueprint. I just think it's dope that they found each other with the same big 3.
Yeah,
that's really why I brought that up. That's super dope.
Yes, I can give one though. Our moon is Taurus.
Period.
We got Taurus moon, which is also our umbrella company as well too. So if you're looking for Lucid Genes, Divine Glow, Movement Empress, it's all under Taurus moon, which is the umbrella of all of our business.
Ashay. Yeah. Y'all are really dope. So the last.
Huh? You said what?
So Leroy the cameraman, he finna guess they sign. I'm finna tell y'all what he say because he don't got the mic on. So he gonna guess their basic sign. So like when their birthday is and what that falls in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's close.
Don't he give? Yeah. Very calm.
Okay. That's good. Because I articulate myself pretty well. Yeah.
Gemini. I wouldn't have guessed it.
The first what you said, that's our rising. That's the rising, yeah.
Oh yeah. They can't hear this. The podcast.
They can't hear what he's saying.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So I won't say what he's saying.
Yeah. So you got that one. You got that on point. And that's both of us. We both got that. and then our moon is Taurus.
Do you know what rising mean? So you got your big my nigga said that's crazy.
He
Nope,
guessed it,
that's
but he didn't
funny.
know.
I love it. Okay, so you are I like how you articulate. Go ahead.
Okay.
If you want to tell them what sun, moon, and rising mean.
Yeah, of course. So your sun sign is some people would say like it's your ego. It's who you are portrayed to be. It's like your sense of self. And then your moon sign is who your internal. It's like your mother. It's your emotions. It's what's inside of you. It's like your memory. It's like that internal, right? And then you got your rising. That's kind of like the forefront. That's what you attract. That's what people see as well too. You may attract the opposition of what your rising is, but because maybe some balancing in that area. But your rising is kind of what people may see first. You know what I'm saying? Even though your sun may be, Leo or
Didn't
something.
he just name your rising though?
He named my rising
So you
up
see,
top. He
you named what how he comes off, and not who
exactly.
the sense of who he actually is unto himself is
Yeah.
when his birthday will fall on.
Yeah.
So your sun is your actual birthday that you would tell people my zodiac sign is.
Yeah.
That's your sun sign.
That
And
was my
wherever
point.
the moon was when they're born
Yes.
determines their moon, right? The
Correct.
constellation. And then do you know what determines the rising?
The rising is also the same time. Your timing, like what time you were born, because the wheel turns. You know what I'm saying, as time changes as well too. So your rising may change because it's that first house. You know what I'm saying. So it may be Aries here, but then if it's 10 o'clock now and then it's like 11 o'clock when you're born, then it's into the next
It's
sign.
not okay.
You know what I'm saying. So your rising may be different just from where the blueprint was when the sky. Like it's like when you're born, like there's a picture of the sky as soon as you came out the womb, like boom, that's the blueprint for your energy. You know what I'm saying?
And people be saying they don't believe in it. I be like, bro, literally every planet was in a constellation when you were here, and
You
it's so
celebrate birthdays, and then the moon
yeah.
controls the tides in the earth, and you have water in your body. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the
Sashay.
tide. So that bring it back to science. If the moon is controlling the tides in the earth, which is water, and we're made of more than 70% water, there's tides in our body that are also being controlled and altered as well. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's facts. And so I just also gotta let people know that we do speak about things like this on our flash sales every second and fourth Thursday. So if you guys ever want to tune in and just kind of hear what we're saying, every second and fourth Thursday we're live on Instagram
Okay.
and we do flash sales. Like all of our items are discounted, like
While on live?
wall on live.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So it's like instead of watching like those shows that come on at 3 o'clock in the morning and they be selling stuff. It's like, no, come to a fun one. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
dope.
We be vibing, we be doing
Hey, y'all
games.
cool as fuck. How y'all done Alchemist entrepreneurship?
Big
I done seen.
facts.
I've been knowing y'all for years too. So just
Mhm.
to see how creative you get with it
Mhm.
is so dope. Cause you
Facts.
have to. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Mhm.
continue to expand and become more creative, and you might need to figure out how to serve different parts of your crowd, different
Mhm.
parts of your community. So the fact that you got the food, the jewelry, the classes, and the live, but it all incorporates still to one thing.
Right.
Chef's kiss. Very
Gratitude.
beautiful. So
Gratitude.
it ties into the very last question.
Mhm.
What's the importance of individuality as an alchemist?
Mm.
Because everybody want to be like, not everybody, but a lot of people want to compare or be like everybody else to see why it didn't happen for them like this, but it happened for them. What
Mhm.
is the importance of individuality to you
I
as
feel
an
like
alchemist?
I feel like I'm excited about this. I feel like it goes back into that same question um about being able to like work with others, like not work with others, but you were saying talking about being masculine in a way that helps your environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like in order to truly perform alchemy, you got to know what's going on inside of yourself. And it leans right back into that again, because in order for you to, can you repeat that question again? Because I want to say it within
Mm-hmm.
the
Just
same.
what's the importance of individuality as an alchemist?
Right. So if you're trying to alchemize something, but you're looking outside of yourself to see how someone else is doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not going with inside to see how you want to do it, how you feel to do it, then your alchemy is going to be portrayed off of somebody else's energy, which
Right.
can it can be a dual-edged sword. 'Cause sometimes people may need inspiration to be
Mm-hmm.
alchemized. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes there's a time where you need to like step off and like, all right, realize, I'm taking too much of that other energy
Mm-hmm.
that I'm trying to, now I'm almost imitating. Now I'm performing, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Instead of
Yeah.
embodying the alchemy, because it's not inside of me anymore, it's outside of me. But then it goes deep because you say outside of me in this fractality, because outside is also inside. Like what I'm seeing now, like I'm speaking to you, but it's just a reflection of myself, outwardly. So
Ashay.
we can think deeper about it, but just on the sub level of context, you know, when you look outside of yourself to try to, you know, alchemize, it can be a dual-edged sword, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Just depending on what source you're receiving that information from, you know? So
Absolutely.
I feel like individuality is important because you got to know individuality as an alchemist is important because you got to know who you are and what energy you want to move with,
Ashe.
in a sense.
And what you're truly capable of. You can't
Hmm.
see that if you're looking around.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if you're not looking in the mirror,
facts.
if you're not focused on what you want, if you're not focused on what you want to change. So,
Hmm.
heck yeah. How y'all feel about today's episode? Y'all,
I
yeah,
feel, I
I
feel
love it.
snaps in the air.
I feel
Yes.
really, really, really good. I don't even got nothing to say based off of the last question. I've been in class. I don't know if I told you. I've been in class today, y'all. I've been learning. Y'all
I
should see my
shake.
face when you was talking about the shapes. I'm like, oh my God. Because
Yeah.
I just intuitively make things. Sometimes
Right.
I don't know why I do what I do until I
Hmm.
go and research what purpose it has. And I'll be like, bro, I'll be in tune. So to
Yeah.
hear you know why and the intention, it was information for
Wow.
sure. So
Gratitude.
thank you. And it let me know I be doing my shit when I do be creating, you know? I be
Straight
do
from the
my big
ether.
ones straight from the ether, straight from source. I say.
You do that.
Um, so yeah, make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe for this episode. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Mhm.
Make sure that y'all tap in with Lucy. Leroy, we're gonna give you his ads and everything, his handles, so y'all can go ahead and follow, like, and subscribe to all of the stuff he got going on as well. And y'all make sure y'all check us out for March 1st. Heroes Lounge 6:33 to 11:33. I don't know if we told y'all we're gonna be teaching
Yes.
jury rapping. Did we say that? We did
I
because
feel
we
like we
showed.
briefly did because we know what we
We
talking
know, but we
about.
showed. So yeah, it's
Yes.
gonna be a jury making class.
Yes.
I ain't never did it before.
Mhm.
Lucy done extended his invite and was like, "Come on, big dog. I know you got it. Let's go. Let's go teach
Yes.
the community on how to create this beautiful jewelry." So I would love to see y'all there.
Mhm.
Again, the link will be in the bio. But again, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you for
It's been a
having me.
beautiful conversation.
Thank you for
Of
this
course.
as
Oh
well
yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
gifted Lucid and Yezi some stuff to take home. So we got this is a sample bottle of the Moon Mist. This ain't the full bottle.
Mhm.
This is a hydration and growth spray. It's all natural,
Mhm.
dyed with flowers, butterfly pea flowers to be exact, and then everything else is just gonna be all natural. So it's
Okay.
great for hydration
Yeah.
and it's great for stimulating hair growth follicles.
I'm with that.
And
And
then
then
thank you. The Novi Nourish is a shampoo that I create. It's black soap and other natural ingredients that I'm not gonna tell y'all everything. I ain't giving y'all my Krabby Patty
cuz that's
formula.
you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great for the crown, cleansing your crown, getting off residue, getting out, build out. I make all of my products with the intention to serve natural crowns.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you're a natural crown, you have a natural crown, and anywhere in the world you can get this because I ship worldwide. But this bottle is
Mhm.
for you and yours, of
Gratitude,
course.
gratitude.
Thank you so much for my bracelet.
Hey.
I'm thankful.
And y'all support her, man. We gotta support each other because no one
Absolutely.
else is gonna do it for us. So if y'all rocking with her any
Absolutely.
type of way, you know what I'm saying? Show some love however you can because
Thank you.
you out here alchemizing.
Ashe, thank you so much. And
So
I'm gonna drop the description to everything that we talked about in the comments. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link in the description. Sorry, to the products, our event,
yep.
and anything that y'all need to know to stay in tune with us. Just make sure that y'all do tap in and follow my friend because
Mhm.
he be dropping the alchemy to the community. He do it way more than I do as far as events. So like
Mhm.
y'all want some jewelry on deck, right then and there, and it's gonna have that good energy and intention. Outside of me, this is who I would recommend. So
Gratitude.
yeah, go ahead and make sure y'all tag me with my friend. Like, comment, and subscribe again. Thank you, Leroy and Party, for sharing space with us. Shout out to Yezi. Shout out to y'all. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace and
Peace.
love.
Stay lucid.
Ashe.